Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of the video resume in my life. I think that's what I call it, but we're at the super secure. Um, is it super secure safe storage unit or storage? Anyways, it's been a long week. Okay, so our video today, we're going to go quick because it's cold outside. I have the door open for light, and I'm making sure the thing doesn't go off on me in 5 minutes, so we'll go quick. So this is an RCA Victor from around 1950 or so. Could be early, could be later. 7-inch record changer. I did this over at the Hamburg train show. There's a little backstory. I'll just get into it afterwards. So this was there. I wheeled the guy down on the price and everything. So it says collector's quality and everything. But it's nice. It's beautiful. Put that aside. You got a volume button there, tone arm. I got 4 records. The guy was using it for tons of game. New cable. The Bakelite case is buffed and cleaned, and this thing is totally restored. Pop that off. Those stack of records there. They're not original. They're reproductions, but it has a little tab right there. This has the red on there, and red was for Red Seal, I think. I could be wrong on that because we'll go in a little history of this. So RCA Victor wanted to make a higher fidelity 78, and through many years of research, they came up with the 45, and the documentation for the restorations right there, including schematics and whatever. Okay. I've been practicing this all day in my head and doing it a little bit here and there out loud, so make sure it sounds all right. So they developed the 45 to make a better sounding 78. War got in there. Right after the war, they introduced the 45 RPM record in 7-inch form. And they had to build a machine to play it. And this is actually a machine to play it. You see, it only plays 45s. It doesn't play 33 1/3. It plays 78s. It plays 45s. And it was because they were trying to make a new standard with the 45. At the same time, Columbia was coming out with the 33 1/3. And there's a little bit of backstory after that. So, RCA introduced this, and they introduced this to their dealers and the record stores and what have not, and they dared it for classical music. Shortcoming with the 45 is that you can only put 6 minutes onto a side of a 45. And what happened is it's very similar to the 8-track, where it got longer parts of symphonies and everything got cut off, but it was in great sound quality. And the stylus wears a lot better than Needle does. And for at the time, classical music was put on 12-inch 78s, and it was all improvement. These were all improvements to the to just recorded music at the time. And most symphonies were divided up into, I think, 8, anywhere between, I think, 3, 5, and 8 record sets. So there would be 8 of those or 5 of those, and they'd be double-sided, and they'd be stacked in a way where you put them all into an album. You pull them all out. You go, and it'd be all labeled. So as you pull them out, all 1 through 5 or 1 through 3 are one part of the thing. Then you flip the whole stack over, and it'll just continue with the stack. You don't have to rearrange records or anything. Then you just put them all back in order into the album. That's where albums come from. Anyways, so this was actually pretty much panned because the classical music folks that they were doing high end. They're trying to go high end. This was not this was not cheap for post-war America, and record sets were outrageous too, and people are still hanging on to their 78s because it was a slow economy. The war went its pace and everything, and everyone had their thing. It was a flop because, first of all, it was expensive, and second of all, it had the 8-track problem where big sections of symphonies had to be put on two sides of a record, and you'd be in the middle of a symphony. They cut it, they fade it out and fade it back on in again. Even though, yes, it sounded great, but you're losing it because it takes a good minute or so for it to go up, flip it back around, because this is all automatic too. You put the tone arm in, and there's a little switch to turn it on, and it does everything all max. So this is actually cool too, because most 78 machines, very expensive 78 machines, had the automatic return on. This actually has a standard as an automatic return onto it. And also, too, Columbia came out with the 33 1/3 shortly after, and you could put whole sides or whole, halves of, symphony orchestras, you could put movements. On here, you're, stuck with a movement aside, and there was a lot of wasted space and everything. So RCA put a lot of money into this, and they decided, okay, we got to do something to recover. So they dropped the price of the machine down, dropped the price of the records, and put like Bing Crosby, Perry Como on 45s. And you could buy, greatest hit selection of Perry Como, or Perry Como Sings the Hits, into an album of 45s. And guess what? The price was good enough for teenagers to buy. Lo and behold, teenagers actually were the ones that drive this. Teenage girls, lo and behold, with the Perry Comos and the Bing Crosbys. And they would buy the records, they stack them up on there, they could play them, because they were used to 78s and everything. After a while, they have to keep switch out records, but they could put a whole stack of records on there, play it, they could talk to their girlfriends, do their nails, whatever, and, they could, listen to music the whole time, dance. And then when the stack's done, they just flip it around and they play another one. So that was the success, was that the young Americans bought this, and they bought it a lot of them, and they made this a standard because of that, other record labels, including Columbia, started making album stack and record machines and such like that, and the manufacturers got into record machines as well. So that turns out to be 1950s, and the singles came out around the early 50s and everything. So these machines are around, they're still making them. So you start stacking singles and you start making mix records. And you could put your favorite songs on there, and there they have the double-sided hits and the greatest hits, 2 hits on ones, 2 hits aside. And it became a really big thing, is that, this is the precursor of the mixtape, because you could put a stack of your favorite songs all in a row, play them, take them all off, put our stack on, play them, and you don't have to flip them over, because you don't play the B-sides unless you really like some of the B-sides, and you go in and you play B-sides. So because teenage girls love them, these were actually initially in great shape until siblings got involved, especially boys, and these things got trashed over time. Now, trying to find one that works is very hard, and I was very fortunate to find this one, and I paid a good price for it, I'll just say. And that's the history of it. And these things have gone disrepaired. I think they made this up to like 1960, early 60s, they kept making these things. And these were common at one point, but now, because, age and being Bakelite too, this is not the most durable plastic in the world. I've seen them too with the different thing. This may have the wrong deck onto the wrong platter onto it, because I've seen them in all gold. I've seen them in other colors. But the guy made it into a black with the black style. So everything works on this thing. So we're going to make some videos on it eventually, where we're going to be working on playing with it and everything like that. I got records, of course. So, okay, and that's it. I own it. So it was a train show. So actually, I'll tell you a backstory, and I'm very grateful for the folks that I actually bought this from. It's Danny Naismith of Buffalo Radio fame. That's who I bought it from. And him and his wife made a phone call to the gentleman that owned this. They were selling it for a friend of theirs at the show. And my whole thing is I saw the price. I figured, maybe you could go down a little bit onto it. And he did go down onto it after I said I was really interested trying to find one of these for a while. I actually wanted to buy one in the wild more than out on eBay or Mark Curry or something. I am a fan of Mark Curry. I mean, I can't complain about right there's the Monarch machines I've picked up over the last month or so. So I have no problem buying stuff from, sources and stuff, but it has to be good. But this one was out and well. It was clean. It was redone. All new electronics. or the capacitors are done. Tubes are all fixed on. This is a tube machine, and it's supposed to sound fantastic. Speaker repaired and what have not. Okay, pop the records back on. So the guy had records he put on. So I lost. Again, these are all these are all reproductions for the most part. They're original records, of course, but they're reproductions. I'll say Oldies.com is the source. Nina's Oldies. It was Nina's Oldies, but they're going by Oldies.com now. And you could get 100 records for just, mixed records for like, I think it was like 50, I think it's $110 or something. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've been there. And documentation's right there next to the train. Okay, so again, radio disc jockey Danny and his wife were great. They're very gracious. They're very great people, and I probably drove him nuts thanking him for allowing me to get that, selling it to me. And the gentleman, he actually had the gentleman come down to the show, which is he didn't need to do that, and that gentleman didn't need to do that too. And I'm like very grateful that. That these people came down, and that's how he learned everything about Dillman who made this. And it's hard to find nice stuff sometimes, and sometimes that shows. And people, it becomes a trash zone sometimes. I mean, right there. I mean, that was from a friend, down the street neighbor, and it looked like that. And that's normally I could pick up stuff. I mean, when I do shows, I mean, I try to get clean stuff all the time, and it's hard to get stuff that's clean. And this was great. I mean, and I got nasty stuff like that. I bought this for a purpose. I didn't know if it worked or not, and it's just too cool to have. It's gnarly. I mean, I got lucky with the other two Monarch machines up there, and those actually came from the same source, and the one has the rubber rollers is shot. But again, actually, I haven't done the Monarch ones. Oh, okay, yeah, we're shooting it. We're shooting it. I have not uploaded the second Monarch video. I did the initial one, but I bought 2 more Monarchs right there. So, and that's another video. Anyway, I gotta keep waving my arm in the side here so you get a little wave. So Danny and I think the guy's name's Tom. I forgot names. I was doing more people watching than actually paying attention to stuff. So I'm very grateful that all these people helped me out with getting this thing. And I'm probably gonna drive them nuts next time I see them, saying, "Remember me? I bought the record player," and hopefully I'll get the videos. The video is going to be up. It's on my phone. I've been cleaning out my phone, dumping stuff all day long because I got a big trip coming up to Cleveland. That's going to be fun. Some videos there. We're in this super secret secure storage space. That's what the 5S. That's what it's called. And I'm doing these videos with the door open. It's cold, and I'm rambling on. So I'm just going to finish up. So we're going to have future videos of this, of playing the record player and all that. I got other records. I even got some period ones. But, I could do Jailhouse Rock all day long. But I would like to play period records on there and maybe get a complete set of Arthur Fiedler. Arthur Fiedler, actually, he did a lot of those 7-inch ones. So in some of the I think they re-released them on 33 and a third, but anyhow, try to find these in good shape. But try to find a Columbia CBS 33 and a third machine that just plays number 33 are hard to find. They're one of the rare collectibles because they licensed out almost immediately to 33rd. CBS did not want to be buying or making record players. RCA, they already had the phonograph company making records for the machines that the old talking machines and such like that. So they had no problem building these things, but they made these, purpose built. This is a purpose 45 machine. So, and I'll put down there, look at it's that period. So I'm actually thinking this is from the 40s. You see some cracking down in there, but that's just normal Bakelite. This is brittle stuff. But anyhow, I'm rambling on. I gotta find a spot into the shelf. I'll probably just leave it here until I come back. I'll figure out what to do with it. But anyways, yeah. So I'm the owner of a 7-inch record changer. So if you like videos like this where I ramble on for 15 minutes about record machines with a little history, and then do a little name dropping just because the guy actually was great. I can't complain too loudly. Like and subscribe. I got highway videos up, got train videos, I got some show videos up, got some more deer coming up. You got the whole gamut is coming through. Just know me killing myself with the tractor's away. It's still winter time here, so this is February. It's cold and I need to get home. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.